Hey guys, this is SF and welcome to Impossible Mondays. This week it is going to be the Colossal version of Yomi. Well, there is no Colossal version of Yomi, but people say Yomi for Tsukuyomi, so I'm just going to be a little bit more specific. And my friend is going to be a Rembrandt, and I'm going to be using some relatively newer picks. There are some other off picks, but I'm going to be bringing Shikaru Genji and then Uri with her new Heaven Transcension, although Hell Transcension is also good for this stage as well. And then Sada Yukimura for the third, and then Rembrandt is probably the most OP monster for this dungeon because she has the Slayer and the No Gravity Bear, and her strike shot is a 12 turn command strike shot, which is really good at clearing off these obstructors. But for people who are watching this for the first time, basically the panels on the floor will change your hit style, your sling style. So if you're bounced and you go over one of those panels, you'll become a pierce, and then step over again, then you turn into a bounce again. So, and the whole dungeon is all about clearing off these obstructors in one shot because they will revive each other. And of course, speed ups is really good. So I have two speed up S's from Shikaru Genji and Rembrandt. That's why Hell Transcension for Uri is good. Second stage, the monsters with the 2 on them will shoot out damage walls. So the ones in the middle column will shoot out damage walls, so you want to clear them out first. And since this team is basically don't have no damage wall except for Uri, you really want to clear those guys first. And you can wait this out later because there are hearts and they don't have like a one-shot kill like a lot of other dungeons do. So just try your best. Almost. But it's really about positioning in this dungeon. If you don't have a good position for these obstructors, then they're gonna be really bad. It's gonna be really bad. Okay, and Uri's almost. The angle wasn't as steep enough, but I couldn't get to the panel to hit those pierce obstructors. Next is Sada. Good. Perfect. Third stage. This will introduce Muramasa, the Dark Muramasas, and the Dark Muramasas will shoot out damage walls from turn 1, so you gotta clear them off. They're relatively squishy, so a few bounces or a few swipes will be able to clear them. And the obstructors will not revive the Muramasas or the minions that will, or the obstructors that will shoot out damage walls. So once you clear out that, then you just go for the bottom row. If you're a pierce monster, you want to go from the left side. If you're a bounce monster, you want to go from the right side of this. And I missed that angle there. Next is Sada. So I'm a bounce monster, Sada's a bounce monster, so you want to go from the right side. And almost got it. One more. Actually, no. She became a bounce. But this is basically how this dungeon is going to be really long. Just not be able to clear off these obstructors, especially in the early stages. If you're in like the later stages, then it'll be super hard because of the boss attacking you and stuff like that. And that's how you will die in most cases. Okay, pre-boss Yomi, and there are 2 obstructors with the number 2s on, and I almost got it. And sadly, if I didn't get that, the other mobs will revive each other. Next is Sada, so I'm just aiming for the guy with the damage wall. Now Yomi has a giant one with a red circle on it. That is an area effect damage. What that does is it'll shoot out markers, and whoever's in that marker will deal damage. It's relatively small on the first round, and then the second round will be a lot bigger. But since Yomi is almost dead, then there we go. Because Rembrandt is super strong with the Demon Mancer Slayer M. And Yomi doesn't have like a one shot, it just has he basically doesn't have a one shot, so you basically get whittled down if you don't clear him or you clear off the mobs. and I couldn't get to Muramasa, so Sanada's gonna be in a little bit of trouble, or just don't get hit, or just don't hit Muramasa. It's only one damage wall, but each damage wall does a lot of damage. And just trying to go for Muramasa there because the lightning from Muramasa does a lot of damage. I don't think it's a one hit, but it does a lot of damage. And there's that area effect. And somehow misses Sanada. Somehow. Okay, there we go. So basically, there's 3 turns per round of attacks from Yomi. So basically the first turn is to clear off mobs. Well, first turn is clear off Muramasa if he's there. Second turn is clear off the mobs, and then third turn you attack Yomi, and then that's how you do about clearing off either the mini boss or the boss stage. And then after the third turn, then he'll revive basically everybody except for the damage wall obstructors. I think he still revives the damage. No, actually no, he doesn't. I'm pretty sure he doesn't. But he will revive the Muramasas as well. So you want to clear off and somehow got stuck, which is really, really bad because of Muramasa there. And then next is Hikari Genji. And just gonna attack Muramasa with it because that's the best thing I can do right now. Although there is going to be a damage wall from the obstructor. It's Uri, so she's the only no damage wall monster that I have. And just trying to clear out these guys. Okay, I clear out the damage wall, and then the revive comes out for Muramasa. So he doesn't revive the obstructors that shoot out damage walls. And basically this shot, I'm just going to wing it for the most part. I have to clear off Muramasa. Boss does have a one shot, I think. Mini boss doesn't, boss does. And that is the 9 right there. Or is that gravity? I can't remember. I totally forgot. But I'm pretty sure on the right side will show a kill or not. Okay. And Hikari Genji, I just use it to take up a lot of damage. And to finish it off. Good thing Colossals are just like Impossibles, because if you have to clear out this afterwards, then it's going to be really, really painful. And since I use Hikari Genji, it's not that bad. I still have Rembrandt, and then Sada's still there, and then Uri's coming back very, very shortly. Okay, next is basically the same thing. There's no Muramasa, so it's a little bit easier. But it's all about positioning, because if you're not in a good position, then you're basically won't be able to take care of the obstructors. And two of my monsters are relatively in a bad position. Okay, next Hikari Genji trying to take care of the mobs, although he's going to revive those guys next, so I just went straight for the boss. Not the best shot for the boss, but you know, keeps me away from the AoE. And 2 monsters in range, that's a lot of damage. Okay, now I'm just trying to get the heart. There we go. Okay. Next is Sada. And finally I can clear out the mobs relatively easily. There we go. And then Rembrandt for the attack onto Yomi. Lots of damage. Kind of. And I avoided the AoE, which is really nice. And basically rinse and repeat. Although Hikari Genji missed that last one, but it's alright. Yomi is really whittled down, and then Uri can just finish it off. Although I shouldn't have finished it off, because Sada is in a really bad position for the last stage. I should have let Sada to finish it off, because Sada's in a corner where it's not great. And you kind of want to start off with a Pierce Monster just so that you can 100% get through to the Munamasas. And that's 2 walls, which is not great. Okay, next, just going straight for the strike shot, and hopefully the obstructor will slow me down enough. And one bounce is 30k, which is not that great. Okay, next is Genji. And just trying to not hit the damage wall like that. Okay, good. But he is going to revive, which is just trying to mitigate damage for me. Okay, next booty strike shot. Gotta go through the hearts, Muramasas, and hopefully to my guys after. There we go. Nice. That's a lot of damage, and put Sada right at the top. Thank you very much. And then Sada strike shot, and since it's a gravity bear slaying, and Yomi has a gravity bear around him, does a lot of damage, and he has the Slayer on him as well. Well, I think he has like the Demon Mancer Slayer, I think. Probably not. But you know, Sada OP. It's a little bit different monsters. Some people might just bring Musashi and then maybe Aimekomori for the finisher. But some other monsters that you might want to try and use for Yomi. But that's pretty much it for me. Hope you guys like and subscribe, and see you guys next time. Bye!